Why am I here? Why are you doing what you do?
思いがけずこの世に出てきた光みたいなものがふーっと現れる時があってさ、そうするとそれが現れると私もその光があるわって一緒にこう歩いていけるような時が出てくる。
In 2005, and I said, I'd like to come and visit IWP and see what it's like. And he said, well, send a manuscript. And he's like, you're in. That really changed my career because I was always questioning myself. What's the point of writing in a language that nobody reads in the place I live? And it takes 4 years of extensive and intensive close reading to figure out what a certain writer meant. Might that imply that the writer didn't actually know how to write well? If the world, including the students themselves, assumes that this is what college students are up to in their full-time education, downloading the message the writer is trying to get across, it is no wonder politicians and bureaucrats regard the humanities as a waste of time.
But now that I'm thinking about it again, this is what I think. That breast belonged to his daughter, but didn't it also belong to his wife? He hadn't confused his daughter for his wife. From the moment his daughter had appeared in this world, she had been a child he had to protect, and at the same time, a wife that he could not ever defile. But because the cancer had eaten away at his brain, the taboo had started to fall apart. Was it something like that? Was it something as simple as that?
It's about my father. I meant, I didn't say it is my real father story, but actually it has a part of his real story. I don't want to say what part, but yeah. And then because he was here in 82, he was IWP participant in 1982, and 20 years after that, I was here in 2002, and now is after 15 years, it's 2017. I am 46 years old now, and he died when he was 46. So it's everything is matched. So I thought maybe I should use something about my father.
One of his Nakagami's key tropes was the idea of the roji. And this is a fictional space, never sort of empirically locates, although one can guess that it's located on a particular spit of land in a particular region of the country, connected to other particular places in the country, but he very much kind of resists giving it like a name itself.
For me, his daughter Nakagami Nori-san, as well as his lifelong friend Yoshimasu Gozo-san, allow me to feel Nakagami's presence. In addition to that, the International Writers Program at the University of Iowa may be called a sort of Holy Land.
you can. We are very old friends.
Hello. Oh, nice to see you.
Did you take a picture? How many years? 40 years. And that's the same way when he was with us. I didn't touch it.
Really?
He typed his letter of invitation to him on this typewriter. Yeah, you should take it this one. Now one finger.
One finger.
He remembers. I think you are there. You're there.
Silicon Burma is here.
Yes, then that's your ear.
Yes, yes.
Where are
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh, you're there. You still maybe remember a few of them
Yes. Good photo.
in his late 30s.
Oh, it's great photo. Thank you. Mr. Engle.
You can go in, but it's messy.
It's a writer's room.
Now you can tell this is the room I worked. It's so messy.
Oh, it's a great room.
Ah,
Yeah, it's a great room.
yeah. This is my own book. These are my own books. Yeah. This is a young Hualing.
This is the Japanese.
Yeah.
I can show
The
you.
Japanese. This is you made it possible.
So. This is Japanese translation.
Oh, Paul would be so excited. Gozo came back
Gozo came
to
back. This is
visit his study.
yeah. It's still creative.
Ah.
Good energy. This has good energy. 1970年から71年にアイオワのメイフラワーにいて毎日アイオワリバーを見ていてどっちへ流れているのかわからなくてそのことが心に残ってたんですね。で30周年の時にもう一度来てみて初めてアイオワ川が少し流れているのが分かってそして今度はそれから10年ぐらい経ってアイオワ川が氾濫したというそれでメイフラワーも被害を被ったということを聞いて僕の中でのアイオワの48年っていうのはある特別の時だった。アイオワにいてアイオワ川が止まって見えていたということ。日本っていうのは小さい国ですから常に川が流れている。それを見て育った目が止まっている川を見た驚き、それがとても大きなことだったような気がします。About Kenji Nakagami, that Watanabe, she mentioned, she was quoting from this book, Old Poet. So that Kenji Nakagami really liked it. So this.
It's so cute, that little book.
It was published in the United States.
No, this
Oh,
is
it's
in
not
Japan, but
American.
it's a sort of small book. But
The last time you came here,
yes,
you were sitting there. You were talking to Paul.
yes.
You remember? I remember that.
Yes.
You was talking to him,
Well,
to
this
the
was
picture.
to the picture, not I see, not to Paul
No,
himself.
no, he already passed away.
Yeah. Well, it's a.
Yeah.
I can hear his voice.
That's all his family. Now that's him
take care of the horse.
Yes.
That's the only horse their family had. This horse, he was working to help people, to teach people riding. Paul was taking care of the horse.
So many, every photo has Engle's spirit. Engle's spirit is everywhere in the photo. Great man. 50 years.
50 years?
International writing program.
50 years ago. Well, you are one of the early writers to come.
47 years old.
Yeah, you were so young.
So young. Sometimes when you are watching river, you think that is flowing like this, but sometimes by chance I was sitting by the big river, 2-3 months by the river, and one soccer ball came from river mouth floating, and then I realized this river is flowing opposite way. Ne? And suddenly I realized the Ainu people's concept of river is not from land to the ocean, opposite. Ocean to the land. Fishermen and salmon is coming from the river mouth. So the concept changed. So when you ask about the Iowa River, suddenly I was thinking why I was so surprised to see stiff, quiet Iowa River. Yeah. And it took 50 years to realize my river is running like economical animal. It's a very interesting moment.
鍵の駒の下を歌唱部が通り過ぎる時紙面と女神と微笑みを見た列車が近づいてくるのを待つと君の永遠の時間、それが列車が去っていくのを見送る永遠の時間と帯となってつながっていた。Snow falls, snow falls. And other European cliffs, お城の崖の下、雪降り積もり snow falls, snow falls. 雪降り積もり雪 snow falls.
here, that question of why and why you choose it, why you choose to do it, and why you choose who you choose, has always come up again and again. And I never really changed in this whole process why I would choose to do such a thing. And it was because I loved it. And without that love, I don't think I would have had the energy or inclination.
国の国際創作プログラムにいた時に半分は詩人じゃないですか。で全員朗読しなきゃいけないんですよ。で小説家はもう英語で朗読するしかないっていうか、それかもう短いのを自分の言葉で朗読して誰か英語で読んでもらうとか、そういうこともいずれにせよ英語にしないといけないんだけども、意味にある意味還元されるんだけれども、詩人は、もちろんその英語の翻訳を上手に読めたり自分で英訳する詩人もいるんだけれども、詩人の大体3分の1ぐらいはもう元の言語で朗読して、それでもう何の説明もなし、声と身体とプレゼンス、それでやっぱり私たち感動するんですよ。私ね、言葉でなくても分かり合えるっていうのは嘘だと思ってるんだけど、だからこの詩人のネットワークっていうのは言葉のつながりだから、言葉を使って何かを作ってる人たちがいる。でその人に対する信頼みたいなのが言葉を通じて醸造されるんだけども、でも実はそれは外国語、そのなんか一種神秘的な友情関係っていうかネットワークっていうか、それがねすごく怪しいと同時に美しいんですよね。
Where can I find it? Mitsuki Building Secretary and the Tokyo Coffee Shops. Soprano Skaters, ticket window. Is there any room in the sky to hang this Emma?
I went to Berlin and saw him perform. And when I saw him perform, it was so different from what I'd seen on the page. And I knew that I'd seen, like we saw tonight, like this is the real thing, and you don't hit it very often. And I want to be around this as much as possible. So after that, I looked for everything else that had been translated of his work, and started talking to my Japanese friends about, well, what's going on in Gozo's work on the page. In English, it's not. It seems different than what I see on stage, and when I look at the text, it looks really different in Japanese. And the more I heard from my friends about what was going on in the work, the more excited I got, and the more I realized we really needed new translations. So there were years of kind of close involvement and a deepening understanding of what I felt was going on in his work, and ongoing discussions with him and other translators about that. And then I started inviting those translators. I wanted to try to get a book that would show something of what he does. And that's what I worked on the last 5 years.
Old poet for Kenji Nakagami and
It fades as you cross these rivers. Tamagawa, Komagawa. The herbage in these rivers calls sometimes. A patient stream drifts down.
ケンジがいたらなって か、70年に参加した自分がいて、それで2002年に参加した私がいて、でも82年に参加した検事はいないんですよね。でそのなんか不思議な喪失感っていうか、でいないと言ってもみんながこんなにその検事のことを研究してくださってたりとかこう語られてるし、そのなんかこう肉体はないけど別のものはあるような、そういうこう不思議なものとかもあって、だから完全なる喪失ではないんですよね。そういうものがこう、そういうものを感じながらこうふっとでも寂しくなるという。
Is this a dream? I shout out, is this a dream? I shout out of the cosmic window carved open. I climb, shouting, dream is the cosmic structure itself. On the operating table, dream and nothingness. Two arms of animism murder each other, spattering fierce black and white sparks. Microsomes of dreams soar off like comets. Maybe these are dream horses. What if these dreams are in love? Fearful discovery of a cosmic tongue. Flow now slowly. Flow now slowly. Tamagawa. Tamagawa. Komagawa.
Unexpected power came. I remember that Mr. Engle said, "Do you know the poetry is the power?" He said. Mrs. Engle, thank you for your coming. So we want to thank you from all of us to celebrate your precious 50 years anniversary. So from all of us, Hualing Engle.
Oh, I'm so touched. I just have no word to express my complex feelings. First of all, it was so wonderful to have Gozo back. He was in the program in the 80s. And 80s? No, 70s. 70s. Oh, 70s. That long ago. I only wish... now I only wish poor Engle were here. And he would have loved what you performed, love you being here. Thank you all.
みえさんが今92歳か、92歳で、僕はとってもあの人がいないとね、この50年の国際創作家っていうのは成り立たなかったくらい、東洋の苦難の時を乗り越えてきた女性の中国人の深い知恵が働いてるのね。その堀美恵さん。
Blood or some mixture. So it's more like a cold than
The Arabic Chinese rivers fall, some
I climb, shouting, dream is the cosmic structure itself.